Hi, I'm Robin Forster with Feel So Alive and Feel So Alive Informed, and I am very excited about the healer guest that we have today. But before I introduce her, I want to let you know I'm going to be looking down at my notes because I have some questions that I want to ask her and make sure that we get them in. And also wanted to let you know, first I wanted to thank you for joining us either live or on the replay because we appreciate that, and to let you know that I'm a solo entrepreneur and I have been fascinated with health and wellness, both yours, mine, and the planet's, and aging gracefully. And that's how I met Mary originally. But before I go into that, I just wanted to say, as a small business person, there is so much that we need to know, and there's so much that we don't know that we need to know, which is why I am doing these Facebook Lives and doing the Feel So Alive Informed program. So please don't forget to like our Facebook page, our business page. It's Feel So Alive Marketing Group, and also our YouTube channel, Feel So Alive Marketing Group, so that you will know when we're getting ready to broadcast again. And Mary, I am so excited that you are here with us. And if you would just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Robin. Thanks for asking me to join you and on these little new broadcasts that you're doing. So my name's Mary Wheeler. I'm a licensed massage therapist here in Eugene, Oregon, and I have been a massage therapist since 1993. And that's how I make my living and support myself. And my practice has mostly been out of my home. For about 10 years, I worked for a doctor at his office, an osteopathic doctor, and saw his patients. But now I'm just working by myself at my home. And I got started in massage therapy. The first person that suggested that I be a massage therapist was a psychologist. And I let the idea run around. But when I came to Eugene, I went to, I was seeing the chiropractor and picked up an angel card that said education and looked up and saw a flyer that said massage therapy. So I ended up in massage school a month later, and here I am, almost 30 years later, still a massage therapist. And I work with people, helping them learn about their bodies. That's one of the things that I found over the years, that people really wanted to understand how to take care of themselves and what they could do to help prevent their pain. And so that's what I kept doing more and more of. And then I eventually wrote a book about what I did with my clients, and still continue to do that today.
That is neat. I didn't realize that's how you got into massage therapy. That is such a cool story.
It just was like this little, okay, here I am.
Yeah, the universe made it pretty clear what your next steps were.
It
And
did.
we should probably tell folks that, yes, we're both in Eugene, Oregon, and that you and I met networking. And then
Yes.
you were putting together a film, a video, a training course, and you needed a body. And I said, sure, I will come be your body. And you offered massage therapy for free if I would come and be your body. And I went, yes, that sounds fabulous. And I just remember we had so much fun doing that. But then you told me about a training that I didn't know anything about called MELT. And Sue Hitzman, and so I have been following that and really appreciated that you told me about that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, something I didn't know about. But anyway, so we're sidetracking, of course, which is so easy to do.
Yeah.
So let's see, my next question is, well, you told us a little bit about how you got drawn into the healing arts. And do you want to tell us a little bit about how it's benefited others?
My practice as a massage therapist, well, one of the things I can say is, at the end of the day, it benefits me because I feel good at the end of the day that I've been able to help people. And that's what the benefit seems to be, is that, people leave happy. They've learned more about how to take care of their own bodies, and they ask me lots of questions while I'm working on them, and then I do my best to explain to them in either medical or more layman terms what I'm doing and what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. And that leads them to pay more attention to their bodies. And if you can understand about how you use your body, and that by the way you use your body is what is causing your pain or your discomfort, then you can change how you're using your body and change that pain or discomfort, and to be less or none at all. So that is, you know, how, if you change how you sit, stand, walk, or lie down, you can change how your body feels. And that is what my whole practice is about, is helping you figure that out. But I also do hands-on. So I do movement analysis, talk to you about how you use your body, look at your ergonomics, and then I do hands-on. And then I also will teach you how to do stretches that might apply to whatever your particular problem is at that time.
You know, all of that is so valuable, because I'm finding as I'm aging, as we all are, I'm getting to that point where my body is saying, oh, you've been doing all of these things and not necessarily with good structure. And so, oops, we just lost your picture, Mary. I hope that you're able to come back. It looks like you can use, the audio is still working. Oh, and now you're sideways, but we're glad that you're back. And for those of you tuning in live or on the replay, this is just part of life, and we know it. I'm excited that the internet has not disconnected. So Mary, I'm glad you're back and we can see your face again. So
yeah,
that's
okay.
Awesome. Yeah, it's just part of life. That's just how things go these days. So one of the things that I'll make sure for everyone, I'm looking down at my notes, is that I will put your course and your website in the show notes so that people can go and look. And I was amazed that when you told me that your course that you put a lot of time and energy and work into is free on Amazon Prime TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have Prime, it's free. If you don't have Prime, it will cost you like $1 a video. And there's 44 videos, which is about 4 hours worth of videos, and it expands on. Takes the book and it expands what the book is about.
And I will put a link to all of this so people don't need to panic that we're not talking about the title of the book and all those things. So they'll all be findable. So so don't panic. Mary, what are some tips, some exercises or a meditation that people can use? Because right now, I mean, we know it's COVIDian times. Everyone's anxiety is high. We're in this trauma soup that we're just so used to, but then we have days when all of a sudden we're not, and it's what I'm calling a sucky day. So what are some tips and suggestions that you can share with us?
Okay, so our lungs are what's really important right now, our lungs and our sinuses. And there's no particular talk out there about how to take care of them. And they're not places that people can touch, or you can't wash your hands. You can't wash your nose and your lungs out like you can your hands. And so that sent me off onto like, well, that's what I need to be able to do. If I can wash the virus off my hands, I need to be able to wash it out of my nose and my lungs. And how do I go about doing that? And some things came across my news feed that led me down this track. One was the humidity in my lungs. And then the other is why soap, washing your hands, kills the virus. So first, so soap kills the virus by, it's a very loosely held together thing, the virus, and the oils in the soap actually bump up against it and break it apart. So that's how it actually kills the virus. And so if you are breathing in essential oils that are safe to breathe in, those have oils that will bump up against the virus and kill the virus as well, like eucalyptus is an antiviral, juniper berry has properties. There's other ones. You can look that up online, antibacterial or antiviral essential oils, and you can find a whole list of them. And any of those that are comfortable for you to breathe, and eucalyptus is a really nice one. You can breathe those in through your nose and into your lungs, and that will help break up the virus. I'm not a doctor, I can't prescribe or diagnose, but these are things that I have found out there. And then the humidity in your lungs is really important to be, and there's, like at the Mayo Clinic, you can look up the humidity for the inside of your home, and they have a whole article about your health and the humidity in your home. And so between 30 to 50% humidity is optimum in your home, so that your lungs need that humidity to function properly. And so combining those two things, I think is a really helpful way of something you can do for yourself to help with your sinuses and your lungs to take care of yourself, because there's not people talking about this, but yet there's lots of information out there if you know what you're looking for. And so that's the two things that I wanted to share is that when you were a kid, well, maybe you remember this, that when I was a kid, if we got a bad cold, we'd turn the humidifier on and rub Vicks vapor rub on your chest, which is essentially the same thing, is you're working with the humidity in your lungs and getting some essential oils in your lungs to help get better. And they just have the way I'm talking about is just a little bit newer version but eucalyptus oil and a humidifier in your home could be very helpful.
Interesting. I hadn't heard that. Huh. And
So,
what is a tip that you as a massage therapist and a healer, something that we don't have to go buy, that we could just do?
Okay, well, breathing is really important. And so there's a great exercise for if you exhale, pull your navel to the spine as you exhale. And then just as you relax, let the vacuum of your lungs will pull the air right back in. And it really builds really nice, strong abdominal muscles, and it builds core muscles. And it also really works with the lungs to expand them. And it will help relax the diaphragm if there's a lot of tension in the diaphragm. If you have a sudden fright, like you trip or fall, or something scares you, or you get in some sort of accident, you always hold your breath. You always catch your breath. It's like when you get scared, something frightens you, and that your diaphragm can get stuck in that position. And so this little exercise will help you release the diaphragm and be able to breathe better, because that pattern will get stuck. So
Okay,
again,
so do it again, because I'm trying to track this.
Okay, so while you exhale, while you are blowing air out, pull your navel towards your spine. So you're going to pull the navel towards the spine and exhale. And then just relax the abdomen, and the air will rush back in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and do that about, go ahead.
Well, I was just watching the clock because I know that you have another commitment, and so I'm concerned that we're running over. But did you want to say something just real quick? I don't want you to be late.
No, I'm actually great. I'm good. Thank you for having me. And hopefully the picture turning to the sides, that was a phone call coming in. Sorry for that interruption.
Of course, that's kind of always how things go. Well, Mary, thank you so much for your time and for sharing some of your wisdom. And I will put the information on your book and also the course that's free in the show notes and on wherever I can find to put them, since I'm just learning about all this. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Robin. You have a